The biggest lessons I've learned in my life are here. Through different topics, I'm going to inspire and motivate you to reach your success and your dreams. I'm so grateful that you're here on Journey to Success. So let's enjoy my next episode together. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from the Fabio podcast and welcome. Today we're going to talk about this new topic. So the name of the topic of the book in this case is the Pomodoro Technique. It's very funny because a couple of episodes ago I mentioned I wanted to do this summary, thanks of course of the website and app storyshots.com, something that advice is totally free. You can find the link in the description. But I will say, when I mention this topic, I say to you guys, I would like to do this episode about tomato technique, the tomato technique. But I was wrong. Like, the name is the Pomodoro Technique. But the funny thing is that Pomodoro is an Italian word. As you know, I'm Italian. And then I discovered that the writer is Italian. So I was like, what? Very proud, of course. And so let's start. Let's start to read the summary, and as I said before, if you like to have a full vision of the summary, please go on my link in the description, and you can find the website, and you can join for free. So, about Francesco Cirillo. So it's not Cirillo, yeah? So about Francesco Cirillo. Who is Francesco Cirillo? Is a partner at Cirillo Consulting, a consulting firm out of Berlin. His firm provides tools, consulting, and training to improve the productivity of individuals and organizations in a simple, fast, and sustainable way. Cirillo developed a system for improving productivity as a college student in the late 1980s. His creation of the Pomodoro Technique has helped millions of people and companies around the globe. Francesco's passion is to achieve better results without adding more time and effort. So, introduction. Have you ever tried time management techniques only to find they take more work than you work? Then when you use them, you waste time doing meaningless work instead of doing what is most important. The same thing happened to Cirillo while he was a student. He used a tomato-shaped kitchen timer and invented the Pomodoro Technique. Pomodoro is the Italian word for tomato. Here are the key takeaways from the Pomodoro Technique. So, let's read about the story short. Increase productivity by turning time into your ally. Originally, Cirillo came up with the Pomodoro study technique after noticing he was wasting time studying. He started using a kitchen timer to help him focus and avoid distractions. This gave him a short goal and a quick win that motivated him to be more productive. He used the technique more during his studies and decided it could also help others. The discovery of Francesco Cirillo turned into the Pomodoro Technique, which has helped millions worldwide. The popularity of this technique comes from its approach to time management. It takes a different approach from other time management techniques. For most people, the ticking clock causes anxiety, especially when there is a deadline. This leads to ineffective work, which leads to procrastination. The Pomodoro Technique flips this anxiety about time. It turns time into your ally. It enables you to do what you want when you want, empowering you to increase your productivity. The technique's power lies in its simplicity and ability to focus our brains. It is also straightforward and simple to implement. It offers several keys to help in the digital age of continual distractions. The ticking becomes a calming sound. It's ticking and I'm working and everything is fine. After a while, users don't even hear the ring because their concentration is so high. In fact, not hearing the Pomodoro ring becomes a real problem in some cases. That's what Francesco Cirillo said. So, Chapter 2, the Pomodoro Technique, is both simple and effective. What is the Pomodoro Technique? Is it as simple as everyone says? Yes, it is a simple technique that anyone can learn. Here is a quick breakdown of how to use the Pomodoro Technique. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work on your project doing nothing else for those 25 minutes. When the timer goes off, take a 5 minutes break and do something not work related. When that 5 minutes is up, start with another 25 minutes. After doing 4 sessions in a row, take a 30 minutes break. Then start another 4 sessions of focused work in a row. The simplicity of how it works leads some to believe it cannot possibly work as well as it does. Farid Benia, the founder of StoryShots, is one of these fans. He's been using this technique for over 10 years. And now we have a chapter 3. I would like also to add something about it, right? There was this concept, I would say, maybe around 5, maybe actually more, 10 years ago, about multitasking, okay? So there was this idea that multitasking was for smart people and multitasking was good for your workflow. Of course, it's totally wrong. When you are focused on more things, you spread your energy in different things, okay? This means that you are not totally focused on one thing, on one project, and it's going to be very hard for you also to be in the flow state, in that area where your skills are enhanced via this calmness inside your brain, something that we talked in the previous episode. So it's very important, yes, to use this technique, but as he mentioned, and as a StoryShot mentioned as well, it should be only on one project per time, okay? I don't know if you had some idea to put more rings around you, so just don't do, because it is not going to work. So this is very, very important. Okay, deal with your distractions the right way. Most time management best practices focus on getting the important things done first. Pomodoro's strength is its ability to deal with distractions. Many people use distractions to spend hours wasting time and procrastinating. The appearance of so many internal interruptions is our mind's way of sending us a message. We're not at ease with what we are doing. This may be because the prospect of failing worries us. It can be scary. Or maybe our goal seems too complex, or we feel we are running out of time. To protect us, our minds come up with different, more reassuring activities. We end up favoring interruptions wherever we can latch on to them. Francesco Cirillo. This was still another quote from him. Use the 25 minutes at Pomodoro to ignore everything else. Put your phone on an airplane mode and turn off notifications on your computer during your Pomodoro. Another quote, Pomodoro can't be interrupted. It marks 25 minutes of pure work. Pomodoro can't be split up. There is no such thing as half a Pomodoro. If something pops into your head during the Pomodoro, oh, this is interesting, follow these steps. Don't ignore the thought or it will take energy away from the task. Write the thought down to get it out of your head. Move on and keep working. Okay. This framework helps you record relevant thoughts without letting them distract you from work. As you practice the technique, you will get better at stopping distractions. Chapter 4. Reward yourself with regular breaks. Rewarding ourselves with a 5 minutes rest gives our brain a break from concentrating. This helps us relax and keep us from tiring our brains out by overextending them. Procrastination often happens when people never give their brains a break. When your brain is tired, it's easy to procrastinate. Here are a few rules for the break time. Try to get away from your desk so you don't keep doing work-related items. Move around to increase your blood flow. You could make a cup of coffee, make yourself a sandwich, or if you are working from home, water your plants or do the dishes. After 4 sessions, take a longer break. The long break is an excellent time to eat, take a walk, exercise, etc. The other positive of having breaks is that they are a little reward for your body. These rewards can act like a carrot that you dangle in front of yourself to stay focused on your work. Before we go through, if you're enjoying this podcast, please consider taking just 3 seconds to share it with someone else. It is a small gesture that could make a big difference in someone's day. Now, sit back and enjoy the rest of the episode. And okay, here we have already another chapter. It's chapter 5, and there is something that I like to add on chapter 4. This truly reminds me the school. This truly reminds me the classic school where you have 5-6 hours of studying with your teacher. So you are in this class, and every 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, they change teacher, and then of course there is a break of 20 minutes, so very enough. But what I was thinking is that when I used to study in the class with one professor specifically, after 30 minutes, of course, my energy, my focus was totally out the window. And I'm sure that was also for you guys. I mean, okay, maybe my focus wasn't the best for things that I didn't like it so much. I have to be honest. It also depends how much you like the topic, yeah? So I don't know if Francesco is going to talk about it. But of course, if you are more passionate about something, it's not that you don't need this technique. I mean, you can always implement this technique also because, if you really like something and then you tend to overwhelm yourself with a lot of knowledge, and that's not good either, right? But what I mean is this technique, I think, works very well for a general knowledge. So for general things that we do in our life. So it can be our work, if we like or not, can be our projects, if they are stressful or not, can be project that we are affectionate and we want to go forward. I think it's this Pomodoro technique, it's kind of for everything, but it is my opinion, of course. I guess it's more targeted of people who have to do something that they may like it, yes or not. And I mean, if I don't know, if someone taught me this technique when I was in my high school, I think maybe I could be a little bit better. By the way, Chapter 5. The Pomodoro Technique requires 3 different sheets. In the Pomodoro Technique, we use different sheets: the activity inventory sheet, the to-do today sheet, the record sheet. Use the activity inventory sheet to write out everything you need to do. The sheet comprises heading with your name, write about various activities as you think of them. Check off the task you have completed. The to-do today sheet organizes the task you want to focus on for that day. Pick these activities from the activity inventory sheet. Complete the sheet at the start of the day or the night before. Creating a to-do list helps focus the mind. This sheet contains a heading with a place, date, and the author, a list of tasks to do during the day in order of priority, a section title and plan urgent activities, list the unexpected tasks that are necessary as they come up. These activities might change the day's plan. Start each day with a new sheet, so the sheet is focused on that day. An old sheet can distract you from today's priorities, so transfer things over to the new sheet. Chapter 6. Record the Pomodoros for each activity. The other sheet, the record sheet, is used to record your progress. Write what you did during the day and how many Pomodoros you used to achieve your progress. This allows you to understand how long a task takes, which would be helpful for future planning. One of the biggest problems with time management techniques is that people overestimate how fast they can work, thus setting themselves up for disappointment when they don't make satisfactory progress on their to-do list. Your records sheet teaches you to think about Pomodoro sessions. This will help you plan your day better and see how many projects you can complete. Chapter 7. Bundle your simple tasks. Another advantage of creating your 25 minutes time limit is your ability to bundle your simple tasks together. You may have some simple tasks that need to be done each day, and combining them helps you stay focused on them. You can create a game by seeing how many of these simple tasks you can accomplish in 25 minutes. One example is going through your inbox. Set up folders to put your email in and spend 25 minutes organizing them and replying. You can do this twice a day and reduce the size of your inbox faster. Plus, you wouldn't have the weight of all those emails hanging over you all day. So this technique helps to defeat a little bit the procrastination, because of course if you start to do everything in a consistent way, but without exaggerating, then you can achieve your goal, achieve your success without stress, and of course with a lot of energy left for something else. So this is very, very good, very, very beautiful. Break big projects down. Some projects take more time to work on and complete. If an estimate is, okay, this is a quote, yeah? If an estimate is greater than 5 to 7 Pomodoros, this means that the activity is too complex. The rule is, if it takes more than 5 to 7 Pomodoros, break it down. An extensive project like a presentation may take 10 or more Pomodoros. Here is an example of how to break it down into manageable tasks. Okay, guys, so I guess this is how can I say, not for beginner. This is more for people who really like to use this technique for complex projects, but in the case, it takes, more knowledge. A little bit of more knowledge. I mean, it's not that complex, but just to not overwhelm yourself, in my opinion, just start with a small project for now that requests 1 or 2 Pomodoro techniques per time. And then, of course, just go through with a bigger project. Anyway, we have 8 rules here. When we talk about extensive project. So let's go. Outline full presentation plan, 2 Pomodoros. Number 2, meet with the graphics team about the project needs, 2 Pomodoros. 3, coordinate with the copywriters to write the handouts for the graphics team, 2 Pomodoros. 4, coordinate with the sales team on the best way to create the presentation, 3 Pomodoros. Compile the presentation text, 3 Pomodoros. 6, add graphics to the presentation slides, 3 Pomodoros. 7, review the presentation slides, 2 Pomodoros. 8, practice the presentation and get feedback from others, 3 Pomodoros. And okay, about number 3, coordinate with the copywriter. Just in case you don't know, a copywriter, it's not someone who copies the words of someone else. A copywriter is a person who uses a technique of selling to attract the audience, the targeted audience, to reach a determinate goal. That could be, for example, sell a book. But what they do, the copywriter, they just go through and they study to understand how to attract that audience. So I just would like to make notice because not a lot of people know about it. And what else? Okay. Very, very good, very beautiful, but this is subjective in my opinion, right? So just an example for me can take maybe 3 Pomodoros for a full presentation. Actually, I make a good example since my fiance works in a success management environment, and she's very she's a person who really know how to organize a presentation, but she's also a person who does a lot of plan and brainstorming at the start. So, for example, in her case, if 1 Pomodoro is 25 minutes, and here he mentioned an outline for presentation plan is 2 Pomodoros, maybe I'm just guessing, but a person like my fiance can be 3 Pomodoros, okay, or 4 maybe. Right? So that's very important. It's very subjective, but I think what is trying to say here is that to spread these 25 minutes each per small tasks. Okay, so also this concept very good, very beautiful, because it doesn't overwhelm you. You can spread your energy, your time without overwhelm yourself. So I'm very proud of him since he's Italian also. So, as you can see, a big project seems more manageable when you break it down into smaller pieces. This will limit feeling overwhelmed when managing a large project. The Pomodoro Technique also helps you think through a project and keeps you from missing important details. Chapter 9. Implement this technique in your office for greater team productivity. One of the hardest things to do is start using the Pomodoro Technique in an office where no one else uses it. One of the biggest way people procrastinate is by visiting people in the office. The best way to start in the office is to meet with your manager and let them know what you're doing. Get their support by letting them know your goal is to increase your productivity. You can start slowly at work by using it in the morning or afternoon. Have a sign to let people know what you're doing. Let others know if it is helping you to be more productive. Here are a few things to keep in mind as you implement it at work. Understand that it will take a while for everyone to know you're doing it. Plan Pomodoro time to reply to emails, returns phone calls, and meet people. Keep track of everything, even interruptions, because it will help you keep better records for future planning. The best way to help others with the Pomodoro technique is to use it systematically. Results speak louder than words. Results speak louder than words. When they see your results, they will want to know your secret. Okay, reduce the distraction. Okay, it's something that he also said before in another chapter. Interruptions, distractions, you have to reduce it. If you really like to work in a good environment to achieve a good success, a good goal, you have to reduce it. And something interesting about the Pomodoro technique is that you have to reduce or delete interruption or distraction in that time frame. So we're talking about a 25 minutes time frame. Okay, it's not that much, especially when you go into the flow state where you are very focused and the time just goes fast. You don't feel the time in that case. So, I mean, it's not that hard. Turn off the notification, especially. We are so involved and inside this into new technology and new information that comes to our brain every day, every time, with and the chat GPT and news and I don't know, and the TV and everything and notification and WhatsApp. Like, just close everything for 25 minutes and be focused. And if there is something that make you distract, and this is very important also for me, because my brain, it doesn't stop easily when everything is quiet. So it's still running. But what it suggests, something very important, is to write your distraction on something, maybe on a notebook or on a paper, whatever. Write wherever you have to write and just continue your work, continue your job, and to achieve your success in a very satisfying way. Yesterday, I'm going to make another example, a personal example. Yesterday, I was still working, but somehow my day was very quiet, so I could do so many things, and I did different things. I studied a little bit of Forex. I studied a little bit of podcast, but it was so untidy. There was so much disorganization about what I was doing, because meanwhile I was also doing my job, and this left me no energy in the evening, because everything was a mess. And when you don't spread your time and energy in a tidy way, like he does with his technique, then you reach your day, you reach the end of the day tired. without energy, with a big headache. That's my case. And that's important to spread your energy and time in a good way. I know that I said this already a couple of times, for sure one time more before, but that's very important. Okay, so please spread your energy and save your time. Meanwhile, you understand how to achieve your success. Chapter 10, it takes time to master the Pomodoro Technique. Of course, it takes time to master the Pomodoro Technique, something that we said already before. Okay, so just try with small project, guys, otherwise this can overwhelm you. Implementing the Pomodoro Technique seems simple, but life has a way of making it complicated. Understand that it will take time to master the technique. Start implementing it slowing your daily schedule rather than try to jump in and use it for your whole workday. Start using it for your most important task. Plan to use the Pomodoro Technique for that task and see how it goes. This can help you build confidence in using it in the future. Interruptions happen, so have a plan for them. If you get a call, quickly see if you can call them back. Or just a note, just close your phone. In 25 minutes, no one is gonna really bothers you. If you don't want to close your phone, if you don't want to turn off your phone, at least turn off the notification. Okay, so that's very important. Let them know you are in the middle of something and ask if you can call them back. Make a note and return to your task. Okay, let them know you are in the middle of something and ask if you can call them back. Make a note and return to your task. Yes, right. Unfortunately, we are living in a community right now where if you talk in this way, no one take you serious. I have to be honest. But it's also important to set boundary. Yes, I kind of agree about what he said, but of course this can result in consequences, okay? Unexpected consequences, because if you say to someone, listen, just call me back, I'm doing something important, but if that's not your way, if this way is not in your character, then the person who knows you is gonna think more, is gonna call you back like in a way, hey, is something wrong? You never answer me, something like that, So, that's good to know a phrase like that. It's important to let the people know that you are gonna establish a new boundary, but it's also important to maybe let them know before that you are making this boundary if this kind of behavior is not on you. Final summary and review of the Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique is a powerful time management technique that fits the modern digital world. By creating 25 minutes time burst of productivity, time management is possible in a world of distractions. This productivity system allows you to pick what you want to focus on and how to complete it. It gives you a sense of autonomy and ownership of your time. You could be a writer, painter, game designer, or engineer. The technique works in all situations because you can tailor it to fit your specific role. The goal is to implement it today. Don't wait until you can get your whole day centered on the technique. Start today by using 1 or 2 Pomodoro sessions and see how much more you can accomplish. So here there is a quick review of the main points. Increase productivity by turning time into your ally. The Pomodoro Technique is both simple and effective. Deal with your distractions. Reward yourself with regular breaks. Compile a daily to-do sheet. Record the Pomodoro for each activity. Bundle your simple tasks. break big projects down into manageable tasks. Implement this technique in your office for greater team productivity. Number 10, be patient. It takes time to master this technique. Be patient with everything. This podcast teach you to be patient. You have to be patient in everything. Patient about what you learn. Patient about what you're doing. Patient about your project. That you are brainstorming right now with yourself or with people around you. Patient with the goal, the success that you are going to achieve in the future. Be patient, okay? And why I say that to you? Because I wasn't patient enough. And yes, last quote here. The Pomodoro Technique shouldn't be used for activities you do in your free time. In fact, use of the Pomodoro would make these activities schedule and goal-oriented. That's no longer free time. Francesco Cirillo. Beautiful episode, and I should implement more the Pomodoro Technique. Something that I did some time ago, but now not anymore, and I would suggest to you as well, because I don't know, reading this summary made me realize that we live more in a world of these distractions, and this for sure can help. Thank you guys for listening today, and see you in my next episode. Cheers. Here we are. Congratulations. You just finished my entire episode. So the only thing I ask is to take a moment to give Journey to Success a rating. By the way, thank you so much for being here on Journey to Success. I'm very grateful. Thank you, and see you next time.